The folks at Toro recently showed off some of their new tools. Today we're going to take a look at their new commercial backpack battery system. That includes 3 new tools, a backpack system, new 10 amp hour batteries, and a new charging platform as well. So the first thing we'll look at is their new 6-bay battery charging pod. This lets you charge 6 batteries simultaneously with up to 12 amps of charging power, or you can charge them in series, whichever one you want. It's got some carry handles on it, so if you wanted to, you could throw this in your truck. It's rated to hold as much weight as you could potentially load up with it. We have these new 10 amp hour batteries you see me loading in, and you can just like that carry it. I believe there will be a mounting bracket so you can mount this to the wall and pull it off easily. I believe I'm going off of user manuals that may not be official. Over here, these A and B buttons, this is where you can choose whether or not you want to charge in series or simultaneously. The backpack system holds 2 batteries. Here I'm loading it up with 2 10 amp hour batteries. It has a rain cap with a little tether to keep you from losing it and some latches on the side. It's pretty light if there's no batteries in it. It's mainly plastic construction, but it should be heavy duty enough that if you sling it around or something, it shouldn't split in 2. Now keep in mind, all these things are prototypes, so they may change to the final production models, the way they look, the materials they're made out of. I really don't have any type of hard specifications or numbers for these. It's really just a first look so you know what's coming. This battery system, you can run it with just one if you want. I tried it with just one 10 amp hour battery loaded. You could definitely feel it off balance on your back. It gives you the option at least. The padding that comes with it, it felt fine. I only had it on my back for a few minutes, so I can't say if it'll hold up all day. You can power the new commercial tools with this tether, so it has a male plug on one end and a female plug on the other. It's maybe 5 or 6 feet long. I didn't get an exact measurement. Here, the male end plugs into the backpack and the female end will plug into the tool. You can see your battery on display by pressing that button. So it is possible to attach and detach that tether while you're standing. I had no practice and I did it. It's definitely something you could get better at with time. Their string trimmer looks similar to the residential lineup, but it is a commercial one with a brushless motor. Your speed select, high or low, a safety switch on top that has to be pressed before you can pull the throttle. You've got a pivot point for a strap. You've got an adjustable front handle. I believe they've got a new head out, which it definitely looks more commercial than the residential models I've used. But you can see here, this is how that tether system attaches, and here is going to be a little bit of real time. I'm just going to let you see full time and raw audio of what this machine sounds like. Now at this point it cuts out. I thought something was wrong with it, but it turns out the battery tether was not seated all the way. So that might be some safety feature where it runs for a little bit and then shuts off just to let you know something's wrong. Probably isn't good to have a loose connection. So nothing was wrong with it. I just didn't click it in all.
Take 2. Here we go.
The machine felt like it had great power. All these weeds, it cut right through them. The only thing it had any issue with was real woody stuff. You can see one right next to me there that it didn't cut. But that's stuff any string trimmer would have had issues with. Moving on to the blower, we have our throttle, we have our cruise control, we have a turbo button. You can see it's an inline model, so the blower fan just pulls air straight in from the back. Here's another look at our cruise control, our turbo. You do have the battery readout on the handle for you. And to disconnect it, you push that gray button and then pull up, and that blower disconnects. So this one backpack could run all your tools. I believe it was around 700 CFM, 160 miles per hour. I honestly don't remember. And again, these are all prototypes, so any numbers that I would have been able to quote, who knows if that's what they will be. The Hedge trimmer has a 1.2 inch cutting capacity. It's got some really heavy duty stuff on the bottom here. I don't know what kind of metal that is, and it was unplugged. Don't worry about me sticking my finger in there. It was not connected to power. It's got a reverse, a low, and a high. I'll show you those in greater detail. This is reverse. So that's a reverse if you get it stuck. That's why it's not going very fast. This is low. I think that was 3,200 RPM, and this is high, which is 4,100. And you can also pivot the handle, as you can with many of their other Hedge trimmers. And again, here's going to be some real-time use. But I am excited to see how this system progresses. I like that Toro's finally making commercial handheld tools. I do think they've got a little bit of a road ahead of them because they don't have edgers or shafted hedge trimmers or a lot of the other tools that you might look to for commercial work. So they do have their work cut out for them, but I think it's kind of an exciting time. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it.